Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be a little different than my past ones. My other ones were more of me getting ready with you guys or showing you how to do makeup. Obviously I already have makeup on. So today's is going to be my 2015 favorites. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite products from over the past year and ones that I've been using a lot and ones that I just really come to love. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you in a second. Bye! Okay, so for my first favorites, it's going to be a little collection of eyeshadows. And it's the L'Oreal Infallible. I have 4 shades. I have Amber Rush, which looks like this. It's kind of hard to describe as a color. It's like on camera it shows up as more of like a brownish red, but really it's really hard to describe. You have to go out and look at it yourself because I really don't know how to describe the color. It's like a burnt red with a bit of shimmer in it, but no like glitter. These aren't glittery. The next one I have is Ice Latte, which is just like your typical champagne, really pretty all over lid color. And then I have Eternal Sunshine, which is broken, but it's like your typical, your gold that has the nice reflex in it. And then I also have Always Pearly Pink, because I was on this like pink kick for eyeshadows, and I went out and I saw this and I was like, I have to have it. It's really pretty all over the lid. It comes out a bit more icy, so it's not like this like bright baby doll pink on your eyelids. It has a lot more silver and icy tones to it when you put it on. So for my next favorite, it's the Tarte, something just fell out of it. The Tarte Amazonian Clay Powder. I'm not sure which shade I'm in or if this even is the Amazonian Clay Powder. It doesn't have a back label on it, but it's like quilted and it's purple. I think it's quite a few years old. The reason why I like this powder is because it does have some coverage to it, but it's not cakey on the skin and it doesn't build up on top of your foundation and make you have like that cake face, or like you have like, oh look at her, she's wearing a lot of foundation. It has the perfect amount of coverage, it makes it look airbrushed, and it's just really pretty on the skin. This is one of my favorite powders. I've been using it all year. I'll use it to set like my cheeks and my forehead wherever I don't conceal or put a high definition finishing powder. I'll use this one. So my next favorite is going to be my e.l.f. high definition powder. It looks like this. Damn it, I just feel like a huge chunk on the floor. It's very yellow, as you can see around the rim. This kind of scared me at first. I opened it and I was like, oh my god, I just wasted $6. But I put it on my skin, and when you use a brush to apply it, it really shears out, and I love it to set my under eye concealer and then like my forehead, or wherever I do put concealer, I'll use this. It really helps to it's going everywhere. It really helps to brighten the skin and give it a certain luminosity, but it has no shimmer, it has no sparkle in it, so it's really good for under eyes and it doesn't build up or get cakey. Alright, so for my next 2015 favorites, it's another set like the eyeshadows. They are the NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. I have 4 shades. I have them swatched on my hand for you guys. The first one right here, this is Vintage. It's like a very dark purpley nude. It's not too purple, but it's not too nude. The next one is Cherry Skies, which is like your classic, just like red. It's not too, it doesn't have too many orangey undertones, but it's not too blue. It's like your perfect wintry, Christmassy red lipstick. The next one I have swatched is Soft Spoken, which is also what I'm wearing on my lips today. This is probably my most used shade out of all of these, just because it is a classic dark brown or brownish nude. It's not super pale on the skin, which I don't like in nudes because that can make me look washed out, but it has this gorgeous nude, slightly pinky brown undertone. And then my next shade, which is definitely the most unique lipstick shade I own, is right here, which is Stone Fox. It's like this brownish, not brown, this bluish gray, the bluish gray shade. There we go. It just like, it's really easy to just throw on some eyeliner, some lashes, throw this on, and it'll be like such a unique look. The reason I like these so much is because they are such a great formula. They don't dry out my lips, they stay on, they don't feather or flake off like most liquid lipsticks can have a tendency to do. I think it's comparable to the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks, which I've only tried a few shades of, but I like these because quite a few of the liquid lipsticks do have shimmer. I don't like shimmer on my lips at all. I barely wear lip gloss. These are pretty much the only things I wear on my lips. Like, I'm not even kidding. I love these so much. Okay, so my next favorites are gonna be foundations. One of them I'm for sure about. The other one I've had to mix. Oh, Nick. Oh. The other one I have to mix with other foundations, so I don't know how it works on its own. So I'm gonna have to either wait till I get paler or just buy another shade. So my first one is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi in W3. The reason why I love this foundation is because it gives me a full coverage, but it doesn't make me look super cakey, which I really like because of that luminosity, and it is full coverage. It usually takes about 2 layers to be full coverage, but once you get it built up, it doesn't look cakey. It gives a nice glow to the skin, but you don't look oily or like super shiny. It just gives you a nice like healthy glow from within sort of look. And the other foundation that I like, that I've only tried a few times but I've had to mix it with other things, is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I bought it in shade 3.0, but it's way too light for me. The shade's way too light. So I'll have to mix it with my True Match Lumi in N4, which is a darker shade of just this foundation. It's my summer shade. So I'll mix this because this is a few shades too light. I'll mix that with, and because they're both similar consistencies of foundation, it doesn't like break apart on my skin or make it look cakey, or because they're different consistencies and different purposes of foundation, they're not gonna like fight against each other. It's not like I'm mixing this with like an ultra mattifying, like really heavy foundation. This one is a little lighter coverage, so this is more of like an everyday foundation, but it does build up to full coverage. That is, I've done that before, and it looks very pretty, and it still looks very natural on the skin. I also like to use this for concealer because it is a bit lighter, but it's made to not fill in lines, so it still makes your skin look bright, but it's not going to make you look crepey or gross. Okay, so for my next favorites, I have two like palettes that are my favorites. The first one is the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, which looks like this. The reason I like it is because of its versatility and usability in everyday life. It has like one really dark shade, it has one that's medium brown, light brown for like your transition crease, upper crease shade, 2 matte neutrals. One is more warm tone, one's more yellow tone, and then Venus, which is a shimmery champagne-y color, which is really pretty for all over the lid or a highlight. This is like super small and compact, but it comes with such a variety, but in a variety as in like there's only 5 shades, but they vary quite differently, so it's not like one palette with like 5 shades of brown that are like one shade off, you know. It has like your all over lids, your highlights, your transition color, your crease color, and then if you really want to darken it up, you can use this really dark brown on the edge. For the other palette, that's my favorite. It's the Morphe 350. The reason I love this palette is because of the warmth that it has. It has so many orangish shades and really light highlight shades up here, and then lots of neutral mattes. I like this shade because not a lot of palettes nowadays seem to have enough neutral browns that you can put in your crease or even all over your lid for a really nice smoky vampy look. This one has like, it's about almost 50-50, maybe like 40-60 of shimmers to mattes. But I also love the warmth because this is like the perfect time of year to start wearing really warm colors, like the vampy warm eyeshadow looks. I love them. So this is like by far one of my favorite and most cherished palettes. Yeah, no, that's for your lip. That's for your eyes, not your lips.
Oh my god. You have a tissue?
Yeah, they're on my desk. Alright, so for my...
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So should I use it's a primer, right?
Yeah, put it on your eyelid.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, so my next favorite is my Too Faced, I can't open it, my Chocolate Soleil bronzer. The one I have is in medium deep. I've been using this for almost 6 months now, and it barely looks like I've made a dent. You really do not need much. I use this for my contour, even though it is technically a bronzer. I do use it for contour. It just creates such a beautiful like flush of color on the face, but it doesn't make you look orange. If you were fair skinned, I would not recommend this one. I would try getting the light shade. I have the medium deep, so this is the medium color. There's also a shade darker and a shade lighter than this one. It blends beautifully, and I love it. So my next favorite is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I bought this because Jaclyn Hill made it, so I had to buy it. But honestly, even if she didn't make this and I did somehow manage to get my hands on it, I still would love it just as much. I mean, just from the way that's looking in the pan, it's the most like neutral yet like gold champagne, like that's why it's called Champagne Pop. It's just the most gorgeous color for a highlighter. It's not too pink, it's not too peachy, it's not too orangey, it's not too icy, it's not too cool, it's not too warm. It's great on all skin tones. It creates such a natural glow instead of like, oh, she has like this stark white highlighter. You can tell she has like chunky glitter. Like I'm wearing it today. It creates such a beautiful glow within. I just have a liquid eyeliner. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I'm pretty much out of this one. It's cheap. It's like $3 at Walmart, and it just has the best pigmentation of any liquid eyeliner I've tried, and it also dries to a matte finish, which I love in eyeliners. I don't like shiny eyeliners, especially on my top lid. So I really like this one for the finish, the price, and the pigmentation. It really can't be beat by any other drugstore eyeliner. I have two brushes. The first one is my Real Technique setting brush. I just love it because of the shape, and it gets right up into that inner corner, and it's just really easy and quick to set all of that powder underneath. And then the second one I have is my e.l.f. small stippling brush. The ferrule came off, so I had to tape it back on. But what I like to do is I like to press it into this oval shape like that, and then I'll dip just one side in the bronzer, and I'll use that to create a really nice contour line. And I like this because it is a stipple brush, so the bristles that you use to apply are very thin, so it prevents me from caking on a ton of bronzer and ending up look muddy or orangey. So I just really like this. Okay, so that is my 2015 favorites. Thank you for watching. If you have any products that were your favorites throughout 2015, or just anything that you've recently fell in love with, let me know. Tell me what you like about it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!